A voice cried in the desert, prepare Yahuah's way. Make the crooked places straight, let his light break through the grave. YeshaYahu spoke the promise of comfort and of peace, that Yahuah would redeem us and captives he'd release. YeshaYahu, I hear your call. Stand in truth, don't fear at all. Those who wait on Yahuah sin, rise like eagles free from shame. YeshaYahu, I hear your call. Yahuah's word will never fall. From his mouth it won't return till it finishes his concern. He showed us the Messiah, Husha would be sent, a servant of compassion, with healing as he went. He bore our sins and sorrows, pierced for us in love. YeshaYahu saw his glory, foretold from above. YeshaYahu, I hear your call. Stand in truth, don't fear at all. Those who wait on Yahuah's name, rise like eagles free from shame. YeshaYahu, I hear your call. Yahuah's word will never fall. From his mouth it won't return till it finishes his concern. Arise and shine with light, for Yahuah's glory's here. Darkness covers nations, but on you his light draws near. YeshaYahu, I hear your call. Trust Yahuah, he's over all. He will gather his chosen in, wipe our tears, remove our sin. YeshaYahu, I hear your call. Yahuah, I stand tall. You're all in all. Yirmeyah who cried for Zion, tears running down his face. He warned them of rebellion, of turning from Yahuah's ways. The people chased the idols, broke covenant and truth, forgot the Eloah of their fathers, even taught it to their youth. Yirmeyah spoke with tears, truth that cut into their ears. Return to Yahuah, confess your ways, before the judgment fills your days. Yirmeyah spoke with tears, yet he held Yahuah so near. Through the fire, through the pain, he kept speaking in his name. mocked the words he spoke, called him false, rejected warnings, until the city broke. Babylon was coming, the walls would fall apart, but still he prayed for mercy with a broken, faithful heart. Yirmeyah spoke with tears, truth that cut into their ears. Return to Yahuah, confess your ways, before the judgment fills your days. Yirmeyah spoke with tears, yet he held Yahuah so near. Through the fire, through the pain, he kept speaking in his name. He wrote the words on scrolls, Baruch placed them in their hands. The king burned every message, refusing Yahuah's commands. Still Yahuah spoke again, his word cannot be erased. For what he sends will stand firm, and judgment will be faced. Don't trust in the temple, don't trust in empty show. Obey Yahuah with your heart, let rebellion go. But Yahuah promised healing, a covenant made anew. I'll write my law within their hearts, my people I'll renew. I'll gather those in exile and bring them back again. Plant them in my goodness, wash away their sin. Even in the weeping, Yahuah keeps his plan. He remembers his beloved and restores the hearts of man. Yirmeyah spoke with tears, truth for then and future years. Those who turn to Yahuah's way will find mercy in that day. Yirmeyah spoke with tears, but Yahuah dried his fears. Judgment comes, but after pain, he brings joy and heals again. The heavens open wide, Yechezqel saw the glory, with fire on every side. Creatures full of lightning, wheels turning in the air. Yahuah's voice was thunder, his presence everywhere. Yechezqel, the watchman on the wall, speak the truth and warn them all. If they turn or if they fall, your duty is to heed his call. Yechezqel, the watchman on the wall, stand for Yahuah strong and tall. Through the judgment and the pain, Yahuah's purpose will remain. The house of Israel wandered, defile his name with lies. Their hearts chased after idols, their worship filled his eyes. Yahuah said with sorrow, your ways have gone astray. I'll scatter you among the nations till you seek my way. Yechezqel, the watchman on the wall, speak the truth and warn them all. If they turn or if they fall, your duty is to heed his call. Yechezqel, the watchman on the wall, stand for Yahuah strong and tall. Through the judgment and the pain, Yahuah's purpose will remain. He led him to a valley full of dry and lifeless bones. No sign of breath or heartbeat, no flesh upon the stones. Prophesy upon these bones, my breath will make them stand. They rose a mighty army, revived by his command. I'll take your heart of stone, your head, give you a heart of flesh today. My spirit I will place in you, to walk in all I say and do. Yahuah will gather his remnant from nations far and wide, cleanse them from their uncleanness, bring them back with him to abide. He'll set one shepherd over them, the Son of David reigns. Peace will fill Yerushalayim, and joy replace their pains. For my name I do restore, for the honor I once bore. All the nations soon will see Yahuah reigns in majesty. Yechezqel, the watchman on the wall, spoke the truth through rise and fall. Now the dry bones live again by Yahuah's breath and Anaman. Yechezqel, the watchman on the wall, Yahuah's word will stand for all. From the exile to the land, he will gather us by hand. Reggae faithful, courageous, prophetic and victorious, taken into Babel, far from the promised land. Dani'Êl kept his heart pure, with faith he chose to stand. He would not taste defilement, no bow to wicked schemes. He trusted in Yahuah's word, beyond the king's high dreams. Dani'Êl stood tall in the night, walking in Yahuah's light. Though the world tried to bend his knee, he said Yahuah alone is king of me. Dani'Êl stood tall in the night, held by Yahuah's might, and the lions lost their roar when Yahuah closed the door. Three faithful friends beside him, Shananya, Mishael, Azariah in the flame. The king said, bow to idols. They said, we won't profane. Thrown into the furnace, 7 times more hot. But Yahuah walked beside them, the fire burned them. No weapon form can stand When you hold Yahuah's hand, Dani'Êl stood tall in the night, walking in Yahuah's light. Though the world tried to bend his knee, he said, Yahuah alone is king of me. Dani'Êl stood tall in the night, held by Yahuah's might, and the lions lost their roar. When Yahuah closed the door, he saw the rise of empires, 4 beasts upon the land. But Yahuah's everlasting throne no man could ever stand. A stone not cut by human hands would crush the earthly throne, and Yahuah's kingdom, pure and true, forever stands alone. The Ancient of Days took his seat, his judgment fierce and fleet. One like the son of Adam came, with authority, power, and name. In the end the wise will shine, like stars in heaven's sky. Those who lead the lost to truth, like jewels lifted high, sealed until the final time. The words remain secure. Yahuah guards his faithful ones, their reward is sure. Dani'Êl stood tall in the night, walking in Yahuah's light. Kings may rise and kings may fall, but Yahuah rules over all. Dani'Êl stood tall in the night, held by Yahuah's might, till his kingdom fills the earth, the only kingdom of true earth. Yahuah called Husha, told him something hard to do. Take a wife of harlotry, for my people act like she do. A living sign to Israel of covenant betrayed. They left the one who loved them first, and to false gods they strayed. Husha cried with Yahuah's pain, turn back, don't love idols in vain. Though they broke his heart again, Yahuah's love will still remain. Husha cried with Yahuah's pain, but his love will not refrain. He will call them by his name, watch their shame, remove their stain. They ran to Baal's altars, to nations for their trust, forgot the Eloh who raised them, traded gold for dust. Yahuah said with sorrow, you sow the wind, you'll reap the storm. Yet even in correction, his love would still transform. He disciplines to heal, to teach us love that's real. Husha cried with Yahuah's pain, turn back, don't love idols in vain. Though they broke his heart again, Yahuah's love will still remain. Husha cried with Yahuah's pain, but his love will not refrain. He will call them by his name, watch their shame, remove their stain. How can I give you up, Ephraim? My heart is moved within, my compassion burns with fire. I cannot leave you in your sin. I'll draw you with my kindness, with cords of love so strong. I'll heal your backsliding and bring you where you belong. I will betroth you to me forever, in truth and righteousness. You will know Yahuah again and live within my tenderness. Return to Yahuah, say to him, take all I to gain. Husha cried with Yahuah's pain, but joy will rise again. When we turn from sinful ways, He restores our broken days. Husha cried with Yahuah's pain, yet His love forever reigns. From the ashes we will stand, held by Yahuah's mighty hand. Hear this, all you nations, let elders tell the tale. A swarm that stripped the harvest like fire upon the veil. What buzzing wings have eaten, the chewing swarm will find. Yoel saw the judgment coming for a people turning blind. Yoel called, return today, seek Yahuah and kneel to pray. Tear your heart, not close your ear. Cry to Him with humble care. Yoel called, return today, turn from sin, choose Yahuah's way. For the day of Yahuah's near, stand in truth and do not fear. Blow the shofar in Sion, declare a solemn fast. Gather young and old ones before the moment's past. Let priests and people weeping say, spare your chosen land. For mercy stirs His heart again, with outstretched loving hand. He's gracious and He's kind, slow to anger, love in mind. Yoel calls, return today, seek Yahuah and kneel to pray. Tear your heart, not close your ear. Cry to Him with humble care. Yoel calls, return today, turn from sin, choose Yahuah's way. For the day of Yahuah's near, stand in truth and do not fear. Yahuah will restore you the years the locust stole. He'll fill your barns with plenty, bring joy back to your soul. His people won't be shamed again, His name will shine so bright. He'll dwell in midst of Yisrael, His presence is our light. Young and other days He said, I'll pour my spirit wide on sons and daughters dreaming, visions on every side. Young and old together, my Ruach they will know. Signs in heaven's chambers before my judgments flow. The sun will turn to darkness, the moon become like blood, before the great and awesome day comes rushing like a flood. But those who call upon His name, protected they will stand. Yahuah will deliver them and gather them by hand. Yoel called, return today, seek Yahuah, don't delay. Though the heavens shake and roar, He will guard rescue's near.
Amots wasn't a prophet's son. He tended sheep by day, but Yahuah called him strongly. Go speak what I will say to Israel in their comfort, who thought that all was fine. He warned them of corruption, crossing Yahuah's holy line. Amots cried, let justice flow, like a river pure that'll grow. Righteousness like streams of life, cutting through the greed and strife. Amots cried, let justice flow, truth from Yahuah overflow. No more songs with empty sound, let his fear and truth abound. They offered songs and feasts, but hearts were far away. They prayed with lifted hands, yet lived in wicked ways. You trample on the needy, sell the poor for gain. Your worship is an insult, while you cause the weak their pain. Yahuah wants hearts sincere, not rituals without fear. Amots cried, let justice flow, like a river pure that'll grow. Righteousness like streams of life, cutting through the greed and strife. Amots cried, let justice flow, truth from Yahuah overflow. No more songs with empty sound, let his fear and truth abound. You lie on beds of ivory, drink wine from bowls of gold, but judgment's at your doorway. My words will not be rolled. I raised up sons as prophets, Nazirites to stand apart, but you silenced every warning and poisoned every heart. See good and not the wrong, seek Yahuah, live and strong. Hate evil, love what's right, stand firm within his light. But after all the shaking, Yahuah will heal the land, raise up David's fallen tent, restore with mighty hand. The remnant will inherit, rebuilt with joy above, and all will taste his mercy, his justice and his love. Amots cried, let justice flow, till the world will truly know Yahuah reigns in righteousness and lifts the ones oppressed. Amots cried, let justice flow, till the nations choose his glow. Yahuah's promise stands secure, his kingdom will endure. vision came to Ovadyahu, a word from Yahuah's throne, to Edom who stood prideful, thinking strength was all their own. You built your nest on mountains high, so no one can bring you down. But pride deceived your heartbeat, and justice now comes round. Ovadyahu spoke with grace, truth delivered face to face. Yahuah's love is always fair, lifts the humble from despair. Ovadyahu spoke with grace, yet no sin can hide in place. What you sow is what you see. Let truth bring humility. When trouble came to Jacob, you watched and stepped aside. You laughed when he was hurting, let violence turn the tide. You should have helped your brother, but stood there cold and still. You joined the hands of strangers, ignored my righteous will. Yahuah sees the heart within. He corrects to break the sin. Ovadyahu spoke with grace, truth delivered face to face. Yahuah's love is always fair, lifts the humble from despair. Ovadyahu spoke with grace, yet no sin can hide in place. What you sow is what you'll see. Let truth bring humility. The day of Yahuah's nearing, for nations far and near. As you have done to others, will return and reappear. But on Mount Zion refuge lies for those who call my name. A remnant will inherit, restored from loss and shame. The house of Jacob will burn bright, a fire shining through the night. But those who harmed and stood with wrong won't stand when Yahuah comes straight. The kingdom is Yahuah's forever, his rule will never end. He judges with pure justice, yet heals the hearts that bend. Though Edom faced correction, his mercy still remains. For those who turn with humble hearts, he washes all the stains. Ovadyahu spoke with grace, truth with love in every trace. Justice flows like healing rain when hearts turn back again. Ovadyahu spoke with grace, Yahuah's kingdom fills the place. On Zion his throne will be, evermore in victory.
Yahuah said to Yonah, go speak to Nineveh. Their sin has reached the heavens, warn them without delay. But Jonah turned the other way, he boarded for the sea, trying to escape the presence that always sets us free. Yonah ran, but Yahuah's love ran faster. Through the storm and through disaster, you can try to hide away, but His love will find your way. Yonah ran, but Yahuah's love ran faster, turning chaos into master. In the depth of darkest night, still His mercy shines with light. Yahuah stirred the waters, the winds began to roar. The sailors cried for mercy, threw cargo overboard. Yonah knew the reason, said, cast me to the wave. But even in the deep blue sea, Yahuah's hand would say, from the belly of the deep, Yonah prayed with trembling weep. When my soul had fainted slow, your compassion made me know. Seaweed wrapped around his head, but still Yahuah heard his dread. The fish released him safely, Yahuah spoke once more. Yonah went to Nineveh, walked through each crowded door. 40 days destruction comes unless you turn and pray. The people heard and humbled, fasted night and day. Yonah ran, but Yahuah's love ran faster, breaking pride and ending disaster. When the people bowed their knee, Yahuah moved with empathy. Yonah ran, but Yahuah's love ran faster, rewriting their final chapter. From the ashes hearts anew, shows His mercy's always true. Yonah sat in anger, why spare them after wrong? Yahuah showed a plant of shade, then took it before long. Should I not show pity on souls who lost their way? More than cattle, child, and man shall love not win the day. His mercy reaches far and wide, even to the other side. He delights when sinners turn, not when cities crash and burn. Yonah ran, but Yahuah's love ran faster, for His mercy not disaster. He corrects but with a goal, to restore the broken soul. Wanna learn Yahuah's heart, grace and justice never part, love that reaches every shore. Hallelujah. Mikah saw the cities fall in sin on every side. Leaders loved the bribes they took, the prophets prophesied for pride. They twisted truth for profit, oppressed the poor and weak. But Yahuah's voice was thundering, His justice they must seek. Mikah cried, walk humbly with your king, do justly in everything, with a faithful heart. That's the worship set apart. Mikah cried, walk humbly with your king. Let righteousness take wing. This is what Yahuah requires, not empty songs or altar fires. They preached of peace and comfort while wickedness increased. Promised blessing, not repentance, sin disguised as feast. Mikah stood against them, though lonely in the crowd. He spoke what Yahuah told him, not what pleased the proud. Not your rituals or your shows, but a heart that truly knows justice, mercy, humble ways, walking in his truth always. But Mikah saw a promise, a light would one day shine, a ruler born in Bethlehem from ancient holy line. He'd shepherd Yahuah's people with strength no man could break. He'd lead them into safety for heaven's kingdom's sake. Mikah cried, walk humbly with your king. Do justly in everything. Love mercy with a faithful heart. That's the worship set apart. Mikah cried, walk humbly with your king. Let righteousness take wing. This is what Yahuah requires, not empty songs or altar fires. Though judgment brings the shaking, the remnant he will save. He gathers Jacob's scattered flock, no power can enslave. He tramples all transgression, breaks chains that held for years. He throws our sins in deepest sea, removes our pain and fears. He delights in mercy still, shows compassion by his will. Truth and kindness never cease. Yahuah's promise brings us peace. Mikah cried, walk humbly with your king. Let hearts with justice sing. Love mercy with a faithful heart. That's the set apartest part. Mikah cried, walk humbly with your king. To Zion's joy we bring. YeshaYahu, let it ring.
Yahuah is slow to anger, yet mighty in his power. Storms and clouds surround him, he speaks and kingdoms cower. Mountains shake before him, oceans dry by his command. He knows all who trust him, holds them safely in his hand. Nachum brought a word of life for the ones who walk upright. Yahuah breaks the chains of fear, says, my people, I am here. Nachum spoke with truth so clear, judgment to the wicked near. But for those who call his name, he restores and lifts from shame. Nineveh grew violent, cruel in every way, boasting in oppression with pride from day to day. But Yahuah saw their tyrant rule, their blood
your time is over, no more victims cry. Justice for the broken ones, comfort when the battle's done. He repays the evil hand, heals the humble in the land. More and more will they strike you, affliction will not rise twice. I'll shatter all their weapons and cut off wicked ties. Your enemy is finished, their kingdom turned to flame. Your freedom now is spoken, I seal it by my name. Nachum brought a word of light for the ones who walk upright. Yahuah breaks the chains of fear, says my people I am here. Nachum spoke with truth so clear, judgment to the wicked near. But for those who call his name, he restores and lifts from shame. On the mountains feet are running with good news in the air. Peace is now declared to you, no more traps beware. Celebrate the feast again, walk in truth and stand. For Yahuah guards his chosen with mercy in his hand. Nachum sang of justice done, darkness broken by the sun. Rest for Yah's beloved fold, prophecy of peace foretold. Nachum sang with fearless heart. Yahuah tears the chains apart. All honor is for Yahuah, the creator of heaven and earth. To the Rabba Abba for your breath, to the Rabba Abba for your room, to the Rabba Abba for your support, to the Rabba Abba for your word. Barak Abba Yahuah, Rabba Abba Yahuah from the bottom of my heart, to the Rabba Abba for these songs. Shabbat Yahuah. Shabbat Yahuah.